Hey everybody, it's Stephan and Rachel here on Genderqueer Chat. Say hi.
Hi.
And this week we're doing a video for Dan Savage's It Gets Better project. And so it's basically to, let everybody out there know, especially the younger people, that even though it really sucks to be queer sometimes in this world, it definitely does get better. And so a little bit about myself. I'm 26 and I identify as a queer, genderqueer, trans, BOI, boy, fabulous, awesome person. So, um, and yeah. So, I mean, growing up, I was kind of a tomboy, so I liked to do typical boy things and not wear dresses and have my hair short and all of that. But I don't know, it's generally a little bit more acceptable for girls to cross gender boundaries than it is for boys. But I mean, then middle school and high school, and that's really complicated for everybody because you're trying to figure out where you fit in all of the different cliques, and with all of the increased responsibilities of being a young person and things like that. And so for me, realizing that not only was I different than all the other girls in terms of not wanting to do girly things, but then also realizing that I also liked girls was really confusing, and I didn't want to think about it at all at the time. So I did a billion sports and was in like 5,000 clubs and was in every single AP class and didn't take lunch because I was taking so many classes, and I just shoved so much stuff into my schedule so I didn't have to think about anything to do with dating or boys or anything like that. um, so I had this like weird thing about love where I was like, I didn't like to listen to love songs or watch movies because they were just cover-ups of a love story. And I mean, in retrospect, it was because none of them like were representative of the type of love that I ended up finding and liking. So, but as soon as I graduated high school and went to college, everything got instantly awesomer because I came out and I met other people that were like me. Growing up in a rural, small town, there were no other gay people that I knew. So, meeting other gay people and experiencing, the LGBT student union and everything like that, networking, and then I got to delve even deeper into my identity issues because of the increased library resources, and found out more about being trans, and so I then came out as a trans boy, and was on T for a minute and decided that that wasn't for me, and there's definitely points where I was a really sad boy because my body didn't match the image of myself that I had. So, binding really, really sucked. And there were days where I would not leave the house because I wasn't comfortable looking the way that I did, or, just generally, being comfortable. But I ended up using my student loans, and then eventually I got reimbursed from my insurance company for my top surgery, and then everything got better again. And now I can walk around without 20,000 layers of clothes on, and I can just be a regular person, whatever that is. So yeah. And I found the love of my life, Rachel.
Aww.
E.
Okay. I'm blushing. Anyway. Hello. This video is very weird. I'm 26. I identify as queer and genderqueer and awesome. And ask me tomorrow, and I'll probably tell you something different. But anyway, yeah, high school was not so awesome. I didn't get a particularly lot of flack for being queer. I was really shy and really quiet, and really bored. And I felt like everybody else wanted to talk about like boys and pop music, and all I wanted to do is like sit around and make stuff and look at girls. But I thought I was the crazy one because I wasn't wanting to do what my friends wanted to do most of the time. And I kind of started realizing that I was queer, and I was so anxious about coming out and that whole thing, but most of it turned out to be fine for me. I got lucky in that respect. And then I went to art school for college, which was awesome because there everybody wants to sit around and make things and look at cute girls. That might just be me though. So yeah, and then I started dating, which is awesome, and being out and able to date like the people that you're interested in is pretty cool. And after school, I traveled a lot by myself. I lived on a boat for a while on the Hudson River, which is pretty awesome. I lived in intentional community for a hot second, which was really amazing. I met some really neat people there. And let's see. Then I came back to Tallahassee for a while and met Stephan, cutest trans boy ever of life. And then we, 3 days after we started dating, I brought my toothbrush to his house and never left. What they say about U-Hauls is sometimes true. And
except
so now,
we fit it all in your Volvo.
Yeah, no, except we fit it all in our Volvo station wagon. What, like a year ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a year ago. And we moved to Tucson. And we adopted a little shelter cat who's running around here somewhere.
I'll insert.
What? Okay. We like to cook really good food together and go shopping at the farmer's market and pick out yummy, pretentious vegetables and
drink tea.
And we do acro yoga together, which involves a lot of like trying to stand on your head and falling over, and it's fun.
And being with your person.
And being with your person. Let's see. I have a job working in environmental education right now, which is really cool. And I get to teach kids about saving water, which is important in the desert. And I do a lot of art. I take a lot of art classes. And I make things, and it's happy.
And I'm going to school to be a queer radical librarian. So, yay! It's pretty much the awesomest thing ever. I just get to research and teach other people how to research and do a bunch of stuff about gender and sexuality in my spare time, and hopefully we'll open a gender and sexuality resource library one day. So stay tuned.
And it seems a lot of times like being queer just sucks. And there are a lot of things that are more difficult, but it's also pretty awesome a lot of the time too. We've gotten involved in so much stuff that we probably wouldn't have otherwise. There's so many like interesting people in gay community and so many cool events to go see, and film nights of all things, and like panel discussions, and we are in a drag troupe together, which is awesome, and we get to play with being all sorts of different genders and sexualities, and look really hot doing it. Yeah, speaking of really hot, queer people are the cutest people ever.
It's true.
And you're gonna get to date them.
Yes.
And it gets better.
So much better.
So much better all the time. And you'll have some awesome days ahead of you. And I wish you all the best.
Yay!